Yo, what is good, campers? It is your boy Killer Beezy, man, and today we are here with a little bit of a late video, talking about Namor, man. So for those of you who saw my video yesterday, man, you guys will see that I put up a little bit of Variant 2 gameplay, as long as some other kind of matchups where you would normally take damage during the fight from champions offensive abilities, and showcase Namor a little bit and how he wasn't taking damage as his signature ability when he was hitting the opponent. But today I want to look in a little bit more detail at Namor. So before I keep on thinking it's Neymar, the footballer. So Namor, yeah. So if you hear me say Neymar, I don't mean the footballer. I'm talking about Namor, yeah. So before we get into this, man, I just want to say that the Namor has been granted to my account through the content creator program and is not on my roster for me to keep. And once I finished doing this video, man, by the time you guys see this, Namor will probably be removed from my account, and then it's down to either save for featured crystals to go for him, or save your 5-star shards to go for him as a featured crystal, or to splash the cash boy, which your boy does not do. But yeah, anyway, so I'm not going to read through all the abilities on the screen, man. You guys can do that. I find that a little bit boring, me just kind of sitting there and reading through everything that you guys can kind of see on the screen for yourselves. So, you know, you guys can have a little bit of a pause and have a little bit of a read. But I just want to, like, you know, go and express certain things that I found, certain things that I like, and what I think makes this champion amazing, man. So, one of the things that I like is a regen, man. It's always good for a champion to have regen, because when you're a noob like myself, you know, it's kind of good, like, you know, when you're getting hit with the 1-2 combos and that, you know, your health's going down, it's good to have some kind of regen ability in there, because that definitely is a thumbs up for me, man. Another thing that makes this champion good is the damage, man. Now, to be fair, I'll be brutally honest with you guys, I don't really like the kind of style of play to, like, kind of save up to the SP3, then use the SP3 and then I don't really, it's kind of like the way you play Darkhawk. Is it Darkhawk? Yeah, Darkhawk. I'm not really a fan, not really a fan of that style of play. However, it's not that repetitive because of the mechanic where after you use the SP3, you're trying to time it around the Imperious Rex, and then you're trying to use the heavy, then you've got to try and hit the special button before the the SP3 starts draining. So, you know, there is a little bit of a like, you know, concentration level that you have to have in order to pull it off to get the maximum damage from the champ. It's not just as simple as, oh, get to your SP3, spam it, and just spam it as much as you can. Because literally, like, when you use your heavy attack, each hit of the heavy attack will push you back to a SP3, but it will start to drain very quickly. So you literally have to get the timing right, man. There's a few times where I was doing the fights where I didn't really get the timing right, and when I went to press the L3, I ended up launching an SP2. So, you know, you got to get the timing right. But yeah, I'm not a big fan of the saving up to the SP3, but, you know, for this champion, it doesn't feel so much repetitive, because once you got the SP3 and the Fury buffs, you can then literally, like, just play how you want until the kind of Fury buffs all expire, then rinse and repeat. So, you know, it's an up and down for me, man. You know, it's an up and down for me. But, you know, I think in the long run, it's definitely beneficial, man. But that's not even, for me, that isn't even what sells this champion to me, man. Like, you know, damage output's great, but we've seen major damage output from quite a few champions now. So, you know, for me, you gotta have a little bit more going for you than just, oh yeah, your damage output is really great, because we have a lot of really great damage output champions. But bro, the ability to take the damage that you would take and negate it, like, and give it back to the enemy, bro, I think that is absolutely amazing, man. Like, for me, so it's one of those things where if you go questing, and I'm sure this has happened to a lot of people, if you guys go questing, and sorry, before I continue my point, So this is the first fight against Winter Soldier. Now, this is my very first fight, and I've left this in and I've cut it in bits and pieces because to show you how many hits it took me to play Winter Soldier, to defeat Winter Soldier the first time. Because I didn't really know how to get the maximum damage out of Namor when I done my first fight. So, but I wasn't going to put it in there, but I thought, you know what, let me put it in there to show you guys, like, you know, how many hits it originally took me to take him down. Then, you know, I played Namor. I think Namor's probably the champion that I've played the most out of all the champions that I've been granted in the content creator program, which just goes to show how much I obviously enjoyed using this champion. So, you know, but as I was saying, so, you know, I know a lot of you guys probably have had that where you go on a quest and you know, you get to a certain part in a path and then you hit like a champion that's going to make you poison, like an abomination, but you don't have a poison immune champion and you're like, oh dude, I'm just gonna have to power through this, or oh, I'm gonna die and yeah, I gotta back out, and then you gotta start the quest again, but you gotta bring a poison immune. Sorry, so this took 391 hits here. That is a lot of hits to kill Winter Soldier here. So this time I've gone back in, I've cut it into bits and pieces because I thought it'd be a bit boring just seeing the same old sort of, you know, dead fights, dead combos, dead damage until you get to the SP3 and whatnot. So there's a lot of parts where I've cut and just shown it from just before I'm about to use the SP3 and whatnot, but yeah, you guys will see in the video. So yeah, that, as I was saying, so you know, you get to a point where it's like you know, you either got to die or and then just back out and then come back into the quest with a poison immune, or you just kind of power through it with your champions and you know, you take a lot of damage but you get through it. If you have this guy on your team, it doesn't matter what you come across, whether it be a champion that makes you poison, bleed, electro, degen, limbo, anything. It doesn't matter. Yeah, in the words of The Rock, it doesn't matter what kind of damage, yeah, is on the lane that you're taking. I even done a fight, unfortunately I don't have it on here, but I even done a fight against Havoc, yeah, and I couldn't finish it because it was a fight that I had done. It was in a part of Uncollected that I haven't actually cleared yet. So you know, I done the fight, and then I kind of paused it and quit out of it because I just wanted to see. And your boy didn't take no plasma damage, bro. Your boy didn't take no plasma damage when it detonated because I was in the middle of a combo with Havoc. Oh, bro, I thought that was so sick. I thought, let me test it because, you know, technically it's just like it hits you at one time. It just hits you like BOW! And like once the plasma detonates, like the big chunk of your health just comes off. And I actually think I might have recorded it actually. If I recorded it, I'll put a little screenshot in the video. But yeah, like I couldn't believe it. Like I was just like, what? Like no, I was like, are you crazy? I was like, yo, this is sick. So that, yeah, like for me, having the ability to just bypass any damage in the game is just, bro, it's amazing. Even for like people that use suicides, like for a lot of you guys that use like suicide masteries, like you guys will have a field day, bro. You guys will have an absolute field day, man, with this champion, bro. Do you know what I mean? It's absolutely amazing. And then not to mention for players at the top end of the game, obviously, the fact that he's got like one of the highest prestiges in the game as well, man. It's just amazing, dude, man. I mean, like, once upon a time, you was looking at the mutant class and you was just like, oh, you know what, mutant needs like, you know, a couple more decent options in there, man. And then, boy, you got Archangel, Domino, Iceman, Omega Red, Havoc, Namor. Bro, it's just getting mad for the mutant class, bro. The mutant class is getting crazy, man. But anyway, so by the time I fought this Captain Marvel, I kind of knew how I wanted to play Namor to get the best damage out of him. And one of the tips that I would give people if you're using Namor is, one, I would make sure that I use my SP3 when I have about 28 to 29 outrage stacks, and then that way I would activate my SP3, and then as I'm coming out of my SP3, I'm just about to hit 30, which means it's gonna just boost my power bar up, which hopefully will give me enough time. So what the plan is, the idea is to use my SP3 and then have a split few seconds before I reach 30 outrage and I hit Imperious Rex, so that I have time to parry the opponent and then get into a combo, so that when I hit Imperious Rex and my power bar goes full, I can just launch the SP3. So because what I found was, when I didn't do it like that, what I found was that I would hit Imperious Rex and then it's like, okay, let me try and attempt to parry the opponent. And by the time that comes, sometimes it's then a case of you end up being in a position where you don't parry in time, so that by the time you use your heavy, like, you don't even get to an SP3 anymore. Or by the time you go to launch your special, you haven't done it quick enough and you end up using an SP2. So I found that way it worked for me the best, because then what happens is I'll get one Fury buff from launching my SP2. Then as I hit Imperious Rex, if I launch a SP3 again, that gives me 2 Fury stacks. Then I can use a heavy attack and then use a SP3 again. That will give me 3 Fury attacks. Then I can do that same thing again, use a heavy attack, and then that will give me 4 stacks of Fury. So I do manage to actually do it in this fight, but there was too much of a gap between the Furies, man, and you'll see that the 4th Fury just about to expire as I go to do some damage. So it definitely is possible to stack it up for 4, not for long though. You can kind of comfortably get 3 if you follow the kind of steps that I just advised. But you know, I always found that before I launch my very first SP3, I try and make sure that I bait the opponent's special so that they have absolutely 0 power bar. And once they have 0 power bar, it just kind of paves the way for me to just not have to worry about using my SP3 and then having to worry about my power draining and me possibly having to bait out a special. I'd rather just the opponent didn't have any special bars, as you can see. So I had 3, I'm sure I had 3 Fury stacks there. But yeah, I don't really want to have to like use my SP3, then think about parrying and then using my heavy attack to use the SP3 again when the opponent has a power bar. Because if you got to bait out a special, that's just wasting more time. Do you know what I mean? Like then I would have had an opportunity to possibly parry, use that. Well, I wouldn't have actually, because I didn't have enough outrage. But in that scenario, in a scenario like that, because Captain Marvel had a power bar, I wouldn't have known whether I would have, you know, she was going to use her special and catch me with it, because that did happen to me a few times, man. But bro, this champion is absolutely amazing and absolutely one of my favorites, man. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below if you like this champion, man. Thank you guys for watching the video, man, and I'll see you guys on the next one, man. Peace.